I've watched every single episode of the news since 1962, and last week there were 7 more of them, all created for us to talk about on this show. It's called 7 Days Let's Meet the Teams. And the leader of Team 1 is what you get when the dorky drama kid from school never gets told to just give it a rest. It's Hayley Sproul. Who's on your team?
It's actually a bit of an awkward situation because she's double booked herself. She was supposed to be babysitting, forgot she was on. She's had to bring the poor guy along.
Oh, no!
A handset and Laura Daniel!
Leading Team 2, look, the kid from Home Alone has grown up and now he's short-sighted. It's Chris Parker. Yeah. All right, Chris, who's on your team?
Well, great comedians. I'm always trying to set up a group hang, but one's always complaining about having a newborn, and one's always complaining about the Tasman Sea. Yeah. And Dravid and Heath Franklin, everyone!
All right. It is game time, ladies and gentlemen, and anyone in between. The first game is one I like to refer to as Newsmakers because that's what it's called. In this game, I will present the team something from the news. They need to tell me what the news story is. Team 1, you can start.
Oh, thank you.
Why is this a newsmaker?
That's just that's the most Kiwi sign I've ever seen. We love yous, eh?
Yeah, maybe the fans should be checked for concussion as well. I don't know.
No, Corby, surely this has got to do something with the FIFA fans. They're out. We're supporting all the countries.
Of course it is,
Except
yeah.
for New Zealand. You suck!
Don't be like that. That is a fan of the FIFA Women's World Cup, which has taken New Zealand by storm. Games seeing record-breaking crowds up and down the country. In spite of fears, the ticket sales were a bit slow. A representative from FIFA said, if you're enjoying the Women's World Cup, you should also check out our normal World Cup. The real one, yeah.
It has been nice as a nation, though, hasn't it? It's kind of brought us together to get behind one thing. We're all on the bandwagon. We were so proud of them for, 6 days, and now we're all going to collectively abandon them again and forget about them.
Yeah, well, I think the football fans are, really stoked that so many people have gotten behind them, right? And they're like, we would love this energy to continue over, when it's not a FIFA World Cup. And, I mean, it's kind of like saying, we're going to watch the rowing when the Olympics aren't on.
I went to a game, and what a vibe in the crowd. I've been to pride parades for over 10 years, and I've never been surrounded by more lesbians in my life than at the Women's World Cup.
I watched that game as well, and I don't want to say I got too dramatic after the result or anything, but I did go home and burn all my manila folders.
Oh. It's amazing they sold that many tickets. If I were the football fans, I'd be talking to my manager about a pay rise at my second job. Honestly.
Well, that's the thing, because the football ferns won their first game, what was it, 1-0?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Technically, because they're women, they won at 0.77-0.
So I'm no football fan, and I'm not one to get on a bandwagon, but it was just nice in that first game to see Klimkova utilise the 4-2-2-2 formation, allowing the Ferns to dominate the midfield and take advantage of the pace of the wing-backs, Bott and Riley, which of course opened up a more direct path to goal and take opportunities away from what was a higher press Norwegian team. And I just watched the first half, so...
I went to the USA versus Vietnam game, and that was tense because I thought, shit, this isn't the first time these two countries have gone.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, just watching the Vietnam players just emerge from the jungle. I didn't think they were there, and now they're here.
And there was a lot of passionate fandom. Some, all wearing the Vietnam supporters were all wearing the hats, and some people I thought, I don't think you should be wearing that hat.
Yeah.
But they were wearing them anyway.
I don't watch the soccer, but I imagine it's like BDSM, just watching women kick balls.
Yeah.
But in Australia, we have this thing where a bunch of diehard soccer fans are always like, actually, it's football.
Oh, yeah.
The real football. It's football. And you're like, what's our national team called? The Socceroos. Okay.
There's also this thing that you probably don't know, that we're co-hosting it with Australia. We know that, but in Australia, you probably don't know that.
Yeah, I got here and I'm like, oh, you guys are doing a little one of your own.
I actually went to the first game, and it was electric. It was, the guy next to me was yelling a lot. He's yelling, really excited, yelling abuse at the female players. And I did think to myself, I was kind of like, you know what? This is equality.
Yeah, man.
Women's sports should be able to have toxic, fans yelling at them too.
I did apologise, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, Team 2, are you ready for a picture from the news?
We are.
Yeah.
Great, here's yours.
Is it the police spice up 111 calls by taking them live on air?
Is it an episode of Wellington Pretty Normal?
Is she saying you have the right to remain silent? He's like, no, you have the right to remain silent. No, you have the right.
These aren't New Zealand cops, are they?
Yeah.
Is this about the I heard that New Zealand police were setting up their own podcast.
Yeah, well done, Chris. On Monday, the New Zealand Police launched a new podcast. They're set to spend over $320,000 on the 6-episode series, which is part of a new recruitment campaign. $320,000 of our money. I would be so mad if I paid taxes.
How do you spend $320,000 on a podcast? It's like $2,000 worth of microphones and stuff, and then what? 328 grand's worth of donuts? Or... I listened to an episode as well, and I don't think they've quite made the transition to podcast properly, because it was like, yeah, g'day, Steve, how are you? Over. Yeah, great, thanks, Rachel. Went fishing on the weekend. Over. And just, like 50 minutes. You're like, come on, dude.
The whole series is 6 episodes, but you can get it reduced to 5 on good behaviour.
Honestly, though, that's a good way out of like a speeding ticket. If you're like, you know, driving, then you get pulled over, and the cops are like, "Do you know how fast you're going?" You're like, "No, I was so engrossed in this amazing podcast."
They're going to have to update the Miranda rights, though, aren't they? Because like you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and use will be used against you in a court of law and on our podcast.
You've got the right to remain silent unless you've got a cracking anecdote. In which case, I reckon they have a segment every week where they're like, "Have you committed a crazy crime? Ring us up. Tell us all about it."
Oh my God, you're wild. What's your address?
Oh, wow.
Handcuffs, not just for the bedroom.
Apparently, it's called Offbeat.
All right.
It's called Offbeat.
Which is
and just
much
be
better than
careful.
the original title, Beat Off.
I hope they explain like the behind-the-scenes things you've always wanted to know about the New Zealand police. Like, why? Like, do they measure the bicep and then make the shirt just a little bit tighter than the?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When you
Do you have to buy your
and
own
you're like,
vest?
far out.
I'd consider breaking the law just to get my head, you know,
Same.
in there between those gorgeous
so
biceps.
it's so tight, and they're like, oh my God. And the vest, they like measure that, and then they're like, far out, get that. It was a bit much, so I forgot I had that.
And now when you get arrested in New Zealand, when they're putting you in the back of the car, they're like, "Don't forget to subscribe, give us a review on iTunes."
All right, scores for Newsmakers. Team only going to have 1. That's the number of goals we all know that the football Ferns scored to beat Norway in the opening match of the Women's World Cup exactly 1 week ago. Haven't really been following them since then. I'm sure they're doing well. Team 2, you can have 13,000. That is dollars. That's the amount Dunedin man shoplifted from a countdown in 1 hit this week. Woo! Apparently 2 blocks of cheese and a rasher of bacon, I think. Anyway, congratulations, Team 2. First star for you. Well done.
Well done.
And I recommend you hold on to that star and collect a few more. Never let it go, because the team who gets the most of these stars tonight will not only be showered with honour and praise, but they will take home this week's prize. Let's see what's on offer tonight. Ooh. Yes. That is the official FIFA Women's World Cup bandwagon T-shirt. Now you can show off your support for whichever team is doing good with this fully customisable tee that allows you to ditch the underdogs and back the winners all the way to the final. All right, it is time now on the show for Yes Minister, where we invite an MP on and get into the spirit of the election by asking them annoying questions. Their mission to avoid saying yes or no. And this week we are joined by Te Pāti Māori co-leader Rawiri Waititi. Rawiri, welcome. Sit yourself down.
Nice to be here.
All right, Rawiri, you are about to be interrogated by some of the nation's sharpest political minds. Teams, take it away.
Oh, I didn't know if it was Rawiri or Anastasia from the early 90s. Loving the glasses. Sorry, we've got off track.
Yeah, I've got a question for you, a political question. Every time you refer to your party as Te Pāti Māori, are you worried that everyone in National doesn't understand what you mean?
There are a few bilingual members in the National Party.
Oh.
They can help the rest.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
You're known for wearing some pretty cool sneakers into Parliament. If you were elected Prime Minister, would you instate a Minister of Scucks?
That'd probably be myself.
Oh, really?
Not very many people would meet the criteria for that.
They were the Jordan high tops you got into trouble for.
Yes.
It's all right, count. I don't really count.
He doesn't count.
I'm like Yeah, I'm like the Speaker of the House. I don't get a vote.
Yeah, you can kind of ignore
So
it.
we'll just carry on.
You're going to boot me out.
But yeah, I mean, I know you got criticised. I think the Speaker said they were only worn by drug dealers and gangsters. But from one player to another, I thought they were pretty cool.
Wait, someone actually was like, those Michael Jordan sneakers are only worn by drug dealers and gangsters and Michael Jordan.
Rawiri, the internet says that you have brought kapa haka and Māori Māori culture to countries all over the world. Just wondering if you've ever thought about bringing it to the South Island?
Oh, more than happy.
Oh, thank you, please. I'm from Christchurch and wow!
I don't know much about New Zealand politics, so I wasn't going to try. I just thought maybe we could get to know each other a little bit. What's your go-to karaoke jam?
That's a good question.
He's a good singer.
You'll never find?
What's that?
You'll never find?
By
Lou Rolls?
Can we get a little taste?
Yeah, little.
Yeah, give us
Oh, I'd love a taste.
sniff of
you
that.
You got the pipes.
You'll never find another love like mine.
Oh!
Someone who loves you
Oh, would
tender like I do.
I'm getting fanny flutters, honestly.
Okay,
That is so
I'll put a
good.
stop to it now. Thank you very much.
A very cool persona, but I want to know, in your hat collection, do you own a fedora?
If you're going to wear a hat, you have to wear a proper hat.
Yeah.
And it has to be a big hat.
There is a chance, Rawiri, that in this election, Winston has had the role of kingmaker before.
Who?
That role, irrelevant, don't worry. That role might fall on you, is that right? Is that your prediction?
Quite possibly. Quite possibly.
If I asked you now where you're leaning, are we going left or are we going right?
Well, we're not left and we're not right. We're Māori and we're straight up the guts.
So am I.
I like that.
That is a great name for a party, isn't it? Straight up the guts. That would get a lot of
Well,
votes.
I'm a tight head prop. Just give me the ball.
Straight up the guts.
Full steam ahead.
You're related to Taika Waititi and Rob Ruha. Was some of that cool balanced by the fact that you went to school with Simon Bridges?
Two I cannot choose.
What's he like, Simon? Did you get on all right at
Oh,
school?
Simon was all right.
Yeah.
He was the head boy. He was the head boy at school, so he was pretty popular with
Nerd.
the teachers.
Anyway, yeah, get to know you. What's your favourite version of the treaty?
The only version.
Rawiri, you've got 5 kids
I do.
and you spend a lot of time on the road.
And they're all mine.
Are they?
They were born on the road. We made on the road.
It says you spend a lot of time on the road and have 5 kids. I just wondered if those two things were related.
Yeah. On the road. Well, that's where most accidents happen.
Yeah. Do you,
Your kids are watching.
do you want a seat on this panel next week?
Right. Okay, I got another just getting to know you one. Me and you, Friday night, hanging out, getting some food delivered. What movie do you want to watch?
Friday night would probably be NRL or a bit of Super Rugby. You into that?
Oh, it's Super Rugby over NRL, probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Would you watch a bit of AFL with me after?
A bit of what?
A bit of Aussie rules?
Oh, Aussie rule. Ooh, that's a hard one, eh?
It is a hard one.
Anything with Aussie in it and rules.
Yeah. He's a big, passionate fan.
I don't do very well with Aussies and I don't do very well with rules. I like sports, so I could probably do, if you explain to me how the game works.
Oh, yeah. I'll just quickly figure it out and then get right to you.
Rawiri, if there was a future in which you rose to the top, that the Te Pāti Māori became bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and became a real big-ass party, would you want to run this country?
That is a very good question. I don't think I'd want to run the party, but I'd like to be part of the decision-making
Right.
to make a better country.
Because it doesn't look that fun, does it?
No, it doesn't. And I.
Oh, that was a no. Rawiri Waititi.
Rawiri, okay.
You are excused, sir. Yeah, roll off. Great. Great round of yes, Minister. Well done, Team 1. A star for you. It's almost break time, but not before a round of this week's Frank Energy Caption competition. And this week I'm looking for a caption for this little picture. Have a look at that. Teams, if anything springs to mind, you can have a bit of a go now.
Oh man, we're absolutely still looking for MH370A. Which is
Is that the only place in Europe right now you can't hear Americans complaining?
All right, if you think you can do the most important job in the world, and that is comedy, head over to our Instagram page, submit your caption. The best one, according to our panel of judges, wins $500 worth of delicious power from Frank Energy. Ooh, amps, volts, impedance, yum, yum, yum. Thank you, Frank. All right, time for me to refill my mug of Corby's special juice. We'll see you soon for Club Topicana on 7 days. time to wedge your podgy body into that rash shirt. We're headed to the beach. It's Club Topicana. Play the steel drum. As always, Club Topicana is brought to you by the wonderful team at Dole Pineapples. Pineapples grown in the Philippines, which means we kind of forgive them for that whole soccer thing. Now, within this nutritious Dole pineapple are some stories from the week I'd like to hear a little more about. Let's take a dig inside. We begin with a large shipment of cocaine disappeared off the coast of Florida this week, and there are fears the controlled substance has been eaten by sharks. Oh. All right, let's see some fish on drugs.
I'm on a seaweed diet. I seaweed, I smoke it.
Oh my God, man, I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. I can't feel my legs. I can't feel my legs. What do you mean I never had any? Oh my God.
You know what? I reckon I could take that Steve Irwin guy.
All right, sir, I'm going to need to see if you can walk in a straight line. Oh, for God's sake.
Bro, is it just me? Is your mouth real dry?
I don't like.
Do you ever think they're the ones looking at us?
Dun-na, 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 na, na, na.
Okay. The question for the group, wider group. Question for the wider group. When you go, do you want to go crumbed or battered?
All right, we're going back to the pineapple.
Do it.
Back to the Dole. I don't know if you know the Karen's Diner franchise. It's a chain of restaurants with deliberately bad service. Well, it's gone into receivership. Customers voting with their wallets, deciding they want good service instead. Who knew? It's a bit sad. Still, I would like to see some scenes from the world's worst restaurant, please.
Your steak, sir, medium rare. And your chicken, ma'am, also medium rare.
Yes, we're an all-you-can-eat soup restaurant. Here are your chopsticks.
For the soup tonight, we have two options, Maggi or Continental.
Continental.
Yeah, technically every restaurant's a drive-through if you've got a stolen car and a can-do attitude.
So welcome to My Food Bag's very first restaurant. You just pick which option, we'll bring out the bag, you f***ing make it yourself. It'll take 35 minutes.
Waiter, you unzipped your fly in my soup.
Welcome to the eating disorder restaurant. Buffets over there, bathrooms over there.
All right, pick-up lines are making a comeback. Gen Z using Riz, short for charisma, to help appeal to potential partners. I love this. I'd love to see more of these. Give me your best 2023 pick-up lines, please.
Hey, do you want to come back to my place while I can still afford it?
Hey, baby, are you the football fans? Because you're getting my hopes up.
Damn, girl, are you AI generated? Because you've got 7 fingers and teeth in your ear.
Just my type.
Oh, baby, I love you so much. Let me cook you dinner, which is so easy with HelloFresh. Use my code Haley20 for 20% off.
I don't use Google anymore because ever since I met you, the search is over.
That's actually cute.
That's
Oh,
beautiful.
man, yeah.
You know why they call me College Hill Road? Because I got a sinkhole so big, you got to put cones around it. sugar, baby.
No, I said I'm a vapist.
Are you the cost of living crisis? Because I can't stop thinking about you and it's ruining my life.
Hey, why don't you just make like the 2023 election and pick the guy you're the least disappointed in?
Hey, baby, oh, you're so hot. You're hotter than when my laptop's on my lap and it's really hot. Or when I get some fish and chips from the shop and I put them on my lap on the way home. I don't know, I'm a virgin.
That last bit might just work.
Yeah, might.
Peach emoji, eggplant emoji, water splash emoji, love heart.
We continue on back into my pineapple for our next story, and this is the biggest news story of the week. First time 7 Days panellist Jack Ansett has announced he won't be able to do any more episodes this season as he is off on a month-long trip around Europe with his mum. I do wish I could go along. I can't. Instead, can I please see some scenes from vacationing with your mum?
Oh, here we go.
Bonjour. On chicken cranberry brie panini, s'il vous plaît.
Oh? Hello, tall, dark, handsome man. Now, before you ask, no, we're not sisters.
Yeah, Mum, I don't care if we get free champagne. It's not our honeymoon.
And would you like oat or almond milk with that? Oh, I think we're quite happy with breast.
Wow, Mum, a new record. We made it to the airport 3 days before the plane leaves.
Hales, look, I'm not saying Aaron's not a good guy. He's a great guy, but this guy's offered me 3 camels for you. I mean, come on.
Now, when your father and I conceived you, this place was called Yugoslavia.
Buongiorno. On cappuccino, por favor, hot. Hot. Serve it hot. Like heat up the glass, heat hot.
Oh my God, Hales, look, nudist. God, he's got nothing on your father, tell you. It's like riding a bloody pole.
Actually, Mum, they don't have to speak English. It's their country.
Oh, they left a little chocolate on the pillow. Oh, now we have to get them something.
Oh, bad news. An evil real estate developer has built a parking lot on top of the beach. Club Tropicana is officially closed. Let's head back to our boring old chairs. Play the steel drums. Wonderful round. 2 great teams. One winner who I will decide by flipping an imaginary coin in my brain. It's Team 2. Well done. Thanks again to the wonderful team at Dole. Dole making fruit you buy, then throw out because you forgot to eat it. Since 1851. I think that calls for yet another break. We'll see you soon, though. We've got My Kid Could Draw That coming up on 7 Days. To get all elitist on you, but it is time for us to look at some art. In particular, art drawn by adorable children with a round of My Kid Could Draw That, where talented young artists draw the news and then the teams try and decipher it. Team 1, are you ready for this?
Yes. I don't know.
What is our kid drawn here, please?
Why don't you tell us, Jack?
Hello, my name is Anthony and I go to Puanui School and this is my picture.
Oh, Anthony, that's so good.
Oh, it's a Banksy.
Yeah, wow. Okay, well, All Blacks, that's straight out the gate. There's a bit of a clue there.
Yeah, it's a pretty big clue.
Yeah.
Good spelling.
Let's just name all these objects. We've got ice cream, grapes, cherries.
Black T-shirt. Maybe the All Blacks are getting like a new design on their plain black T-shirts because they're a bit boring.
Yeah, something fruity. Something floral.
Something a bit more ooh la la,
Yeah.
shall we?
Lock it
Let's
in.
get them all.
Eddie.
I'm not putting my money on you, but let's check in with Anthony. What have you drawn, please, Anthony?
My picture is about Dan Carter making a perfume. I draw in Dan Carter's perfume, and I draw in a big massive flower that smells yum, and a strawberry that tastes yum, and it might smell yum. There's a blueberry, blackberry ice cream that's vanilla, and there's a t-shirt. I've drawn these because I think all the smells he is gonna put it in the perfume. I think this perfume's gonna smell really good, taste really good, and I bet it's gonna smell like Dan Carter. And this is my picture.
That's a beautiful picture, Anthony. Just heads up, don't eat perfume.
You know, don't.
All Black legend Dan Carter has released his own perfume. The fragrance DC10 is the latest venture from the retired number 10. And like all great perfumes, has been created specifically for the Chemist Warehouse. It's a true story. A spokesperson for the All Blacks said, yeah, we're proud of Dan. He's the first one of our boys to have his own cologne. Smells pretty good. I've actually got some here, if you don't mind. Yeah.
Waft it down this way.
You can have a little taste.
Makes your eyes tingle.
It's on me. It smells like being on the bus in year 10. And as a year 10, I would know.
It's somewhat of a sort of a fancy Lynx Africa. You know, it's like
It smells like my brother.
I think it's classy. I'm getting, you know, Tuscan kind of like a black saffron.
ladies, please.
And I'm getting strong notes of Powerade Mountain Blast.
It smells, for me, the cologne, it kind of is reminiscent of Dan Carter's career itself. It's strong at first.
Yeah.
It's got a really strong, hard presence, but then it sort of pitters out. To sort of sort of nothing, but then at the end, it all comes back a little.
Nice.
I think it's funny that it's called DC10, but it will be worn exclusively by Palmerston North Sixers.
I do think this is a bit of a win-win for Chemist Warehouse because, you know, you buy the perfume because you like Dan Carter, and then when you break out in a rash, you go back and get a cream and it'll fix it right up.
They're so confident in the Chemist Warehouse that they're doing a deal. 1 bottle of DC10, you get a free morning after pill.
No, you actually heard all the dads around the country when this got announced go, oh, for fuck's sake, that's Christmas.
Yeah.
I got the fucking book last year and I'm getting the cologne this year.
Oh, the marketing will be good, though. It'll be like all sexy and international. Trig, Mystery, DC10 by Dan Carter.
Yeah.
Smell like a kick. We'll put away the DC10. Team 2, are you ready?
We are.
Okay. What has this kid drawn?
Hello, my name is Paige, and I go to Punui School, and this is my picture.
Oh.
There's I assume a child in red who's looking at a teddy bear, and she's like, wow, it's got 6 nipples.
I think is that a bear, a teddy bear in the middle? Is this too big to be like a soft toy? It looks real.
It looks like, it looks like
it'd be
someone who's up to some mischief has been like, oh, I found a bear suit on TradeMe.
It's a
like a furry or something.
Yeah, and they're like, I'm just going to hang around the playground. We're like, g'day, kids. Guess who's got 6 nipples?
It's got a circle nose, which could be a snout as well. Maybe they're playing piggy in the middle.
Ange mentioning a pig does spark a memory of something that happened this week, though it could be the cologne, I'm not sure. Was there like a pig on the loose or something this week?
I think there was.
We always lose our minds when there's an animal where it shouldn't be.
Oh my God, it's like when you're at school and a dog comes on property and you're like, oh my God, there's a dog! It's like, oh my God, there's a dog!
That makes sense, because that thing on the bottom, I think that's the road with the yellow marking in the middle.
We're going to go down with this idea of a pig in the news, and we love an animal where it shouldn't be, and I'm going to guess it's at Bunnings enjoying a charity sausage on a Sunday morning.
Sounds feasible. Quite a hard one to decipher. Let's get confirmation. Paige, what have you drawn, please?
My picture is about a police chasing a pig. This policeman was catching the pig because it escaped from pig jail. The pig was running down the motorway. He was running so fast he didn't want to get catched by the policeman. This lady in the pink dress, she's the owner, and she is taking pictures of the pig. she's saying wow because she hasn't seen a pig run that fast. And this is my picture.
That's beautiful, Paige. Thank you so much. Fast-running pigs. Armed police were called to the scene in West Auckland this week after a pig was spotted running down a motorway on-ramp. The pig evaded capture and remains at large. Tell you what, this is going to be a good episode of that podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Unbelievable.
It's always
a guest, and there's just 20 minutes of.
I'm sure everyone knows if you do see a pig on the motorway, best thing to do, flash your headlights at oncoming traffic.
That's it. One flash means cop ahead, 2 flash means a pig on the loose.
Pig on the loose.
We all know that, right?
I heard that there was actually 5 pigs that got arrested, but they all had alibis. The first one went to the market.
I heard the police were like, set your tasers to crackling.
Sounds like they need a little less police 10-7 and a little more police 10-80.
They haven't found the pig.
No, it just went.
You can't be unable to find a pig and have a podcast at the same time. We couldn't find a pig. All the criminals in New Zealand are like, let's do this. This is a fucking moron. I would love it if in late episodes of the podcast the pig calls in just to taunt them.
Yeah, all right.
Someone in line 3 here.
We'll find you, you fucking swine! Thanks again to Paige and Anthony from Puhanui School. Let's do some points, shall we? Team 1, you can have $1,000. That's the amount an Amazon customer spent on a laptop this week and was instead delivered Weet-Bix. What made me laugh was during the story said he believes he may have been the victim of a scam.
Maybe.
Maybe. Team 2, you can have the number of food scrap bins which have been stolen or gone missing 3 months after their Auckland rollout. They've lost 500 of them and police can't find them. Congratulations, Team 1, a star for you! It is time for a break on 7 Days. We'll see you soon with Guest 2. Time now for Guess 2, the mysterious guessing game where we invite someone who has made headlines onto the show and masterfully disguise them beneath an old sack. Our teams have to guess who they are. Let's meet our Guess 2 guest. Think we have any major obstacles? Keep going and stop there. Stop there, perfect. In that sort of angle, that looks great. All right, you're only allowed to say yes or no, teams. You get a no, it goes to the other team. You know the drill. Team 1, you can start.
Immediately, you can tell he's quite hot.
Yeah.
You can just tell.
Are you single?
Bags on their head.
Yeah, our first question, anonymous guest, are you single?
No.
Oh,
That's a no. Team 2. Not single.
I just need to know if I can continue this line of questions. I've just got one. Do you do sports?
No.
Oh, I can continue then.
We're back with Team 1.
Do you refuse to die?
Yes.
It's Winston Peters.
Well, don't state it. You've got to ask him that question.
Oh, yeah. Are you Winston Peters?
No.
Anyway. You, Team 2.
Do you have a name?
Yes.
You got a yes. You got a yes, but that's not the object of the game.
The object of the game is to keep getting yeses.
No, it's not.
Do you have arms? Bank another yes for me, Jeremy.
Okay.
Have you ever had breakfast? Write another yes down. Let's keep doing this. Ever been in a car? Yes. I am on a roll. I'm on a serious roll over here. Ever had a bag on your head with a question mark on it? Write another yes down, Jeremy. I'm crushing this game.
The winner with 64 yeses, Team 2.
That's why they call me the consent king. All right.
Anyway.
Are you here because of something physical?
I know you're struggling with that answer. I'm going to give that a yes. He is here because for something physical.
Something that physically
But not
occurred.
sports.
Yeah.
Oh.
Such a role.
Are you here for a hobby-related thing?
Answer that however you wish. Yeah, I'm going to go no. I put a no on that. I'm going to help you out there.
Have you done something impressive or something?
Yes.
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 Okay.
Something physical. Okay, something physical. Something
Okay.
impressive. It's not sport.
Working out.
Are you doing something for good? Like, are you doing something for the good of mankind or like charity?
Yes, you are doing something for good. Very good question.
Are you donating your face.
Don't answer that. You're doing a big walk.
Yes.
Oh, he walks!
He's doing a big walk for charity.
Kiwi Kid, the triathlon!
No, that was me. That was me.
Oh, that's you.
Final guess, put it all together.
Are you doing something about picking up rubbish?
Yes.
Yes, he is walking the length of New Zealand picking up rubbish. Give it up for Jack Popata. Jack, thank you for coming on the show. So you haven't done it yet, but you have promised to do it. You've announced it. When are you doing this walk?
Probably the 2nd of January, so everyone gets over the hangover buzz.
So on your walk across the North Island, you're picking up rubbish
Yes.
that we've all left behind.
Yeah. When you're walking through Paidoa, you're going to see a bottle on the side of the road. Just leave that one.
Yeah.
What inspired this? What made you decide to do this?
Well, at the start of the year, I had a dream that I was walking down a long road and there was rubbish everywhere. And then a few weeks later, my father was admitted to Auckland Hospital, and I took my son there with me, and we were staying at the whānau house there, and I went across the road, just to the dairy to get some bread and stuff for us, and there was just rubbish everywhere, and there was just people walking past, like it was just the normal thing to do, just walk past all this rubbish on the ground. And so I told my son, come on, let's go pick up this rubbish. And then a lot of people were actually praising us. And so a few stopped to help too as well. Cool. That's where the idea came from, just to get out there and show people how it's done, sort of thing, and get everyone involved. Yeah.
Man, I had a dream that Jason Momoa took me as his lover. And he flew me on a private jet to Sydney.
Wow.
Yeah.
We can all make our dreams come true. This is incredible.
No, but so cause I'm just wondering, because I know you've got 6 kids, right?
Yes.
So is this a plan to get away from them?
Well, sort of.
So if people want to help out, is there the route online where we can throw our garbage along there? You want the before and the after photos to pop, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Will you go down to the South Island? Because there's a lot of white trash down there.
You're raising awareness, obviously. Do you fundraising as well? Do you have
Yeah, I've got a GoFundMe page.
Great.
So
What's the name of the walk? Is it called the Rubbish Walk? Because I'll think
yeah,
it's
the Great Walk of North Island Rubbish Clean or something like that.
Oh, cool.
Catchy.
Working title, working title.
Yeah. Jack Popata, ladies and gentlemen, good on you. You're doing a good thing. Thank you so much. Well done, Team 1. You get a star for correctly identifying Jack. Great stuff. Time for a break. If you're playing along at home, you have one more chance to enter our Frank Energy Caption competition. Head on over to the 7 Days Instagram page. That $500 of power could be yours. You do that. We'll see you soon for Beat the Ding on 7 Days. 7 days, both of you. I've got an itchy ding finger, and there is no better cure for that than a good old round of Beat the Ding, where I make our panellists list things for me in a very short and stressful time frame. Let's get dinging, shall we?
Oh my God.
Barack Obama released his annual summer playlist. Included this year were Kiwi band The Beths. Heath, you're a fan of New Zealand music. I'll give you 10 seconds to name 7 New Zealand bands. Go.
Cassettes, Phoenix Foundation, Bunnies on Ponies, the Mint Chicks, Crowded House, Dance Exponents.
One more.
And the Mutton Bird.
The big success is we tricked you into saying Crowded House is a New Zealand band, so thank you.
Oh, sorry, I meant the Black Seeds.
All right, you get a star. Well done, Heath. In the UK, they are increasing the time that the pedestrian crossing Green Man remains on for. This is so the elderly have time to cross the road. Laura, I'll give you 12 seconds to name 6 green things and 2 old things. Go.
Green grass, the Green Political Party, feed growers, kiwi fruit, my eyes, your vomit when you drunk too much.
And 2 old things?
You did the daddy. And the olden days.
Olden days are old.
They are old. The olden days are old by definition. I'll give it to you. You get a star. Well done. All right, our next ding, Xbox is releasing a limited edition pizza-scented controller. Smells like a pizza to promote the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. Yum. Hayley, you have 10 seconds to name the 4 Ninja Turtles and their sensei.
Michelangelo, Raphael, Mark and Brian. And I believe their sensei is Huevo Shumaro.
I can't play it.
I'm sorry,
Does anyone know?
Leonardo?
Yes. Donatello.
Donatello and
The sensei.
Sniff.
Well done, Laura. Yeah. No star, but you get a bit of glory there. Good stuff.
Oh, sorry,
We
everyone.
move on. Vegemite, my favourite, turned 100 years old this week. A good run for such a divisive spread. I am actually a fan. I prefer it over the other. Some find it abhorrent, though. And Angela, I'll give you 10 seconds to name 6 other disgusting foods. Go.
Oh, God. Penis, kimchi, genitals, other people's breast milk, kenna, and placenta.
God, poor Kimchi, eh? Kimchi's like, what did I do to deserve to get one of these ranks? Up there with other people's breast milk
Imagine
and placenta.
that police lineup. Dicks and breast milk and placenta, and kimchi's just like, what did I
Fucking leave me out of it. Who have I hurt?
I'm the backbone of Korean cuisine.
What's really entertaining, Angela, is I am hearing a massive discussion in the control room about whether penis is a food or not. And you know what? They've decided in some cultures it is, so well done, you get a star. We return again to the biggest news story of the week. Everyone's talking about it. Jack Anset's forthcoming trip to Europe with his mum, which includes a 2-week Contiki around Italy, I believe.
Oh, what the
Jack, in an Italian accent, you have 11 seconds to name 6 things that mums love. Go.
Oh, muffin break. Capital Gains. More FM Drive Show with JJ Feeney. Jeremy Corbett with his shirt off. Penis.
You can't tell him he's wrong.
I can't tell him he's wrong. It's his first day on the show. Good work, Jack. A star for you. Oh, man. We move on. Former Shortland Street star Lee Donoghue has become a New Zealand First candidate. Chris, you have 12 seconds to deliver 5 Shortland Street-esque cliffhangers.
Okay, someone chokes on kimchi.
I don't want the next.
Jack and his mum, they never returned from Europe.
Oh, good.
The hospital falls into my sinkhole. And would they find out that Shortland Street isn't a hospital?
Dun, dun, dun.
No stuff for you, but very good. That is time. That is our show for tonight. One more piece of admin before we go, and that's announcing our big winner. You are not going to believe this. It's Team 1! Yes! The bandwagon T-shirt is all yours. Mannequin not included. I need that back for personal reasons. That is it from us at 7 Days. Please join me in thanking our panellists, Hayley, Jack, Laura, Chris, Angela and Heath. We'll see you in 7 days on 7 Days. Ka kite.
Thanks, New Zealand on air, for keep it down, Wiggle.